if you want to stretch just a little bit or wiggle just a little bit, some morning stretches, go for it. And then eventually just find stillness and settle in. So when you're ready, just sit up nice and tall with length through your spine, length through the back of your neck. Relax and soften through your face, through your forehead, your jaw, the inside of your mouth. And let your shoulders soften down away from your ears. Let them just kind of melt down. Hands can rest in your lap. You can bring your hands to your heart. You can bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. So just whatever kind of resonates for you this morning helps you find a connection to yourself, to this moment. And then start to tune in, start to notice, start to pay more attention. So maybe you begin just noticing sounds or smells. Maybe you notice sensations in your body. Maybe you notice just the ground underneath you and its support, the air around you, perhaps the temperature of the air around you. And eventually come into your body, so start to notice not only physical sensations, but energetic sensations, so just energy that's within you, moving through you. Emotions, so if you feel any emotions, start to notice where you feel them in your body. You don't have to even label them or know what they are, just simply notice what's there. And then bringing more awareness and attention to your breath. Let's take 3 great big huge breaths together just to kind of drop into our practice. So next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can and hold at the very, very top in fullness. So take a moment to just feel this prana, this life force energy inside of you. And when you're ready, big open mouth sigh, let it go. Do that 2 more times. So inhale, fill up, hold, pause, feel your breath, feel yourself expand, inflate, take up more space. And as you're ready, just your big, huge exhale, let it go. And then one more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. And just think of waking up your body from the inside with this breath. Hold in fullness. And eventually, no rush. But give yourself that big open mouth sigh, release. And then we'll begin to cultivate our Ujjayi breath. So seal your lips gently. Breathe in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat and see how powerful you can make this breath. See how vibrant you can make this breath. So start to really feel every single inhale move all the way down into your low belly, your low back. Feel the expansion of your entire upper body as you breathe in. And then with each exhale, see if you can find emptiness. So take your exhales all the way to the very bottom. Pull your belly button back and up towards your spine and find what we call Uddiyana Bandha, our core lock, that connection to center, that deepest part of yourself. This is the place that we want to move from in our practice and really just in our life. So start to notice that, bring more awareness to it. You can stay in this seated meditation for as long as you want to, just connecting with your breath, finding your own internal rhythm. When you are ready to add some movement, go ahead and start exploring movement either from your seat or eventually we'll end up on our hands and our knees. So whatever calls to you this morning, whatever feels good in your body, maybe whatever feels stiff in your body, move towards that. And then when you're ready, tabletop position, move through either some cat-cows or just any intuitive movement that your body is calling for. So maybe hip circles, Child's pose, Cobra, anywhere you want to go. And this is the way I start almost every practice these days, because I think it's so good to just move intuitively without any direction, without really any structure. Just kind of figuring out what's going on inside of my body in this moment right now. So every time we come onto our mats, our bodies are different. We are different. So explore that. Notice what's going on inside. And then as you begin with the movement, make sure you don't lose your breath. So over and over again, just reconnect to your big, deep breaths. And then I'd say give yourself about 3 to 5 more rounds. And then eventually we will meet in downward facing dog. So when you're ready. Good, you guys. So as you move into your first down dog, do it with lots of awareness. Take time to set yourself up with awareness. So spread your fingers really wide. Make sure your hands are at least shoulder width distance apart, maybe even slightly wider. And then really press down and even forward with your hands. And as you do so, see if you can lift your sit bones up and back. Find more length in your spine and your side bodies. Rather than hyperextending through your shoulders, and Paul and Cam, you guys already do a really good job of this. So rather than hyperextending through your shoulders, make sure your shoulders are plugged into the sockets, they're strong. And then think of pressing back from your heart, from your chest, rather than from your shoulder girdle. So you want to feel strength in your shoulders, not just like you're hyperextending and pulling on them. I know sometimes that feels good, but try to keep the integrity of the posture. If you want to, you can pedal out your heels, maybe shift your hips from one side to the other, even shake your head yes or no. So any movement that calls to you from your downward facing dog is welcome. Take about 3 more breaths in this first down dog. Maybe close your eyes and allow your awareness to come into your body even more. So getting out of your mind and just really feeling, experiencing in this moment, what does this pose feel like for me? Where can I find more space? Where can I breathe even bigger? Send my breath into those tight spaces. So just be curious and explore, even in these familiar positions. Let's take one more great big inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to crawl your feet forward. Just tiptoe forward, little baby steps on your tiptoes. See if you can find a connection to your center here. So each time you step forward, use your core strength to lift your foot off the ground, to draw the femur bone up into the socket, and then take that step. So slow as you can go. Bend your knees as much as you need to and eventually arrive at the top of your mat, forward fold. Feet about hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward. Pause here for a moment, bend your knees a little or a lot, and either grab opposite elbows for ragdoll or bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. So notice where you're holding the weight in your feet. Try to rock kind of forward into your toes and the balls of your feet. So your heels are very light against the ground. And then imagine there is a rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling up towards the sky. So see if you can lift your butt, your sit bones higher, and then crown of your head towards the ground. Breathe up your spinal column and then all the way down the backs of your legs. Let your breath just wash over you, wash through you. Take a couple more rounds. Imagine you're trying to move your inner thighs back wide and apart. So you want your sit bones to broaden and your low back to lengthen. Take one last breath where you're at. And then next time you inhale, find a halfway lift, spinal extension. So get your spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze your back muscles around your spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Exhale, bow, fold. All right, from here, let's rise all the way up. You can roll or reverse swan dive. As you inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, draw your hands into your heart. All right, let's flow for just a moment. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, lead with your heart, hinge at your hips, slow dive down, forward fold. With your inhale, halfway lift, spinal extension. And with your exhale, release, bow, fold as deep as you can, empty out completely. From the press of your feet, reverse swan dive to stand. So heart guides you all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, just like that, moving meditation. Inhale, high mountain. Try to touch the ceiling with your fingertips. Exhale, slow dive. So lengthen, 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 then fold in. With your inhalation, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release, forward fold, bow. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, reverse swan dive to stand. Inhale, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, you guys, inhale, take your arms up. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, so getting into our shoulders. Roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze shoulder blades towards your spine, and if you can, even press your palms together so like your palms are suction cupped. Keep a little bend in your elbows, and imagine your elbows are magnetized. Try to squeeze them closer. Now, from here, see if you can start to reach your hands back away from your body. And then maybe add a little back bend, so lift your heart up as you reach your knuckles down. Imagine you're squeezing a yoga block with your inner thighs, and then press your hips gently forward. Stay toned through your low belly. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Keep your clasp. Slow dive down, forward fold. Keep your fingers interlaced. Rise, halfway lift. So lengthen your spine. Back muscles squeeze around your spine. Exhale, fold. Keep your fingers interlaced for about 3 more breaths. So let your neck relax. If it's helpful, bend your knees more. If you have your palms suction cupped together, you can keep that, or you can release that and allow for just a little more softness. So up to you where you want to take this. See if you can reach your knuckles higher and lift your sit bones, your butt higher. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang for a moment. Maybe give them just a gentle shake out. Feel the blood rush back through, the energy moving. And then as you're ready, we'll plant our hands and step our feet to the back of our mat, plank position. So push down into the ground with your hands. Breathe into your back body. Next time you inhale, find a little tiny rock forward. Surround your tippy toes. Exhale, lower halfway down. Don't let your belly drop. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, press back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Exhale, lower halfway down. Come to your knees if you want to modify. Inhale, press back up. And then exhale, slow as you can go, all the way down to your belly. Inhale, start with a baby cobra. So lift your chest using back strength rather than arm strength. Roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine and point your elbow tips straight back behind you. Bring some awareness into your lower body now. So think of spreading your toes and pressing your toenails through your mat. See if you can press the tops of your feet down so much that your kneecaps lift. And then press your kneecaps down so much that your butt lifts. And then reach your tailbone down towards your heels so you feel your low belly tone and get strong. You can stay where you're at or keep all of that work that we just created and see if you can lift higher by pressing into your hands. Don't let go through your low abdominals. Keep that tone in your low belly. Don't let your shoulders ride up towards your ears. Keep them down and back. Wherever you're at, Take one more deep breath. Elbow tips point straight back behind you. End of your exhale, let it go. Spiderman Cobra. So hands come out wide, lift to your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Lift your chest, breathe in. Exhale, take a little twist to the right and dip your left shoulder down. That should feel good. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Lift your heart, tone your belly. Exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to frame your mid-ribs. And however you want to transition, just do it with awareness. Downward facing dog pose. Good, you guys. And one more time, you've got a few breaths in your down dog. So feel free to explore with movement. Feel free to turn it into a turbo dog. Bend your elbows, squeeze your elbows in towards each other. Or if you want, you can even play with frog dog. So I think you guys did this with me before. We're gonna grab, if you wanna take it, we're gonna grab the outer edges of our mat. And then imagine you're trying to pull your mat apart. Break it in two pieces. So you're pulling apart with your hands. Bend your knees. And then lift your butt higher, lengthen your spine more. Keep pulling your mat apart. This is called frog dog. Wherever you're at, couple more rounds. Lengthen your spine. Feel the connection to your center. Feel your big, deep breaths. If you're in frog dog, take one more round there. And then bring your hands back onto your mat, fingers spread wide. One last inhale, everybody. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop forward, fold. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Root through your feet and take it all the way up to stand. Inhale, high mountain, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, we're gonna build our flow now. Inhale, arms to the sky. Now pause here, root down into your right foot and float your left knee up, standing staff. So take a moment to find your balance, hug in with your inner thighs. If you want to extend your left leg forward, you can. So draw your low abdominals in, lift through your heart. If you're extending your left leg, press through your heel. Take one more inhale. Now as you exhale, curtsy squat. So you're going to swing your left leg all the way around, back behind you. Step your left toes off the right side of your mat. Bring your hands to your heart. Bend your knees. Get low. So hips are square. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Squeeze through your inner thighs. Keep your spine nice and long. So lift up through the crown of your head and take just some little pulses. Up and down. Just about 2 or 3 inches of movement. Keep your breath slow and steady. Now get as low as you can. Take one more round. Inhale, high mountain. So both feet on your mat, arms to the sky. Exhale, slow swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Extend and lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back to plank, move through your vinyasa however you want to. So you can add push-ups, you can skip it all together, you can substitute cat-cows, maybe you spend an extra couple breaths in your back bend. We'll see you back in down dog. Alrighty, from your dog pose, inhale your right leg high. So hips square, inner thighs face each other. Make your right leg straight, strong, and powerful. Press up with your right foot. Press forward and down through your hands. Lift through your belly button from your center. Take one more big inhale. See if you can make this pose longer, stronger, more powerful. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So curl in, round your spine. Stay here as you breathe in. Puff up into your back ribs. Exhale softly, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Rise when you're ready, high crescent. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Ever so slightly, pull right hip back, left hip forward. So hug in with your inner thighs, tone your low belly, lift your heart, reach through your fingertips. Notice if it feels like you're kind of leaning forward and looking at the ground. Try to keep your weight nice and centered, and then gaze either forward or slightly up. Feel this posture in your body, feel the strength, and then around that strength, see if you can soften, find a little bit of sweetness. Take one more inhale. Exhale, airplane lunge. So arms back, hinge slightly forward. Think of a diagonal line from the top of your head back to your left heel. Squeeze your back muscles around your spine. So imagine your elbows are magnetized behind your back. Little bend in your elbows. Squeeze them as close as you can. Imagine your pinky fingers are magnetized. Try to squeeze them closer. Take one more round. End of your exhale, full airplane. So root into your right foot, back leg floats up. Imagine a smiley face shape from the crown of your head back to your left toes. Hips stay square. Low belly is toned. Lift your heart like you're doing a little baby cobra. See if you can use the strength in your inner thighs to get your back heel level with your front shoulders. If it looks nothing like a smiley face, that's fine. Just have the intention. Take one more round. We're going to land back in our crescent lunge as soft as possible. So left toes to the back of your mat, arms to the sky. Inhale. Straighten out your front leg. So keep your back leg powerful and strong, balancing on your back, the ball of your back foot. Straighten your front leg and see if you can get the front of your right thigh, your quad muscle, to start firing. Cactus your arms. Either slight gaze up or little baby back bend, little balance challenge. So bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze, belly tones, legs are strong, lift your heart. Find your breath here, take a couple more rounds. As you inhale, come back to crescent. So bend your front knee, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Root into your front foot, float your back leg to the sky, standing splits. So left leg reaches, spread through your left toes. You can stay here, just think of it as a one-legged forward fold, or explore in your own way. So if you want to take little hops into handstand, if you want to wrap your right arm behind your right leg, lots of places you can go. You've got about 2 or 3 more breaths. If you want to hold and breathe, that is absolutely perfect. So whatever will best serve you. Make your left foot active. Spread your left toes. Make your left leg strong and powerful. Everybody take just one more big inhale. Exhale, step your left foot down at the top of your mat, forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shake out if it would feel good. With your next inhalation, halfway lift. So realign your spine. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Root through your feet, take it all the way up. Inhale, arms to the sky, stretch tall. Now pause here, root into your left foot, float your right knee up into space, standing staff. Active through your right foot, flex your toes, hug in with your inner thighs, tone your low abdominals. You can stay here or extend your right leg forward, try not to lean back. Find your breath, find your balance. Let's take just one more inhale, and then as you exhale, curtsy squat. So right leg swings all the way back behind you. Right tiptoe step off the left side of your mat. Hands to your heart, bend your knees, and get low. Keep your hips square, so left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward, inner thighs squeeze. Take your little pulses. Not a lot of movement, just 2 or 3 inches up and down. Stay soft through your face, soft through your shoulders. Big with your breath. Get as low as you can. Take one last round. Inhale, high mountain. Stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale, slow swan dive down. With your inhalation, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, move through your vinyasa or skip it. We will see you back in down dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale your left leg high. So hips square, inner thighs face each other. Press up and back with your left foot, press forward and down through your hands. See if you can lengthen the space underneath your armpits, so the space you probably haven't even thought about much before. Start to notice it. Pay more attention. So all those little tiny adjustments make a huge difference. Take one more big inhale. See if you can get your left leg straighter, stronger, maybe a little bit higher. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Keep your hips high. Scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. Now like you're stepping over something, left foot to the top of your mat as you exhale. Rise up, crescent lunge when you're ready. Settle in, find stability through your legs. Square off your hips, left hip back, right hip forward, just ever so slightly. Tone your low belly. Lift your heart, reach through your fingers. Again, center your weight so you're not leaning forward and looking down. Weight is nice and centered. Your back leg feels just as strong as your front. Breathe. Soften through your face. Find that little bit of sweetness, little bit of softness, a little bit of kindness to yourself. Take one more inhale. Exhale, airplane lunge. So diagonal line from the top of your head back to your heel. Arms reach back. Hug your spine with your back muscles. Squeeze your spine with your shoulder blades. Little tiny bend or even big bend in your elbows. Imagine they're magnetized. Try to squeeze them closer. Now notice if your left hip is shooting out to the left, you want to hug in towards midline with your inner thighs. Take one last breath. And of your exhale, take it all the way up into your full airplane pose. Fly. So think of that smiley face shape again. If your pose looks nothing like a smiley face, no big deal. That's your intention. Maybe your back foot is just hovering above the ground. Maybe you're falling in and out of the pose. Meet yourself where you're at. You're perfect. Take 2 more rounds. Find your fullest expression. Hips square. Back heel level with front shoulders. Little baby cobra in your heart. And then we'll land back in our crescent lunge. So as you're ready, right toes to the back of your mat. Arms to the sky. Straighten out your front leg. Do it with intention. So you're not just straightening it out, letting go. You want to still feel strong in your legs. Back leg strong. Front quad, the front of your thigh is working. Bring your arms to cactus. Maybe just a little gaze up to challenge your balance, or work a baby back bend. So lift your chest up towards your chin, take your throat back. Keep squeezing through your inner thighs. Keep breathing, big deep breaths. Heat your body up from the inside. One last round. Inhale back to crescent, front knee bends, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. Root into your left foot, right leg floats up for your standing splits. So stay right where you're at and breathe. Work the pose on the inside, or if you want, you can explore on the outside. So maybe handstand hops, maybe left arm behind left leg. Totally up to you. Take it wherever you'd like. Neck is relaxed, face is soft. Give it a couple more rounds. If your left hip is shooting out to the left, hug in with your left inner thigh, lift through your belly button. One last inhale, spread your right toes. Exhale, step your right foot down next to left, forward fold. Take a moment, you can give your left leg a little shake out. Reconnect to those big deep breaths. We're going to go through that entire sequence, breath to movement. So if at any time you need to take a break or you need to move on your own, that is perfectly fine. If you can move with me and breathe with me, awesome. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Root through your feet. Take it all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky. Big full body stretch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And here we go with our flow. Inhale, high mountain, left knee lifts, standing staff. Exhale, curtsy squat. So left leg swings around. Get low in your legs. Hips are square, hands to heart. Inhale, high mountain reach. Exhale, slow dive down. Take your time. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Keep that exhale going as you lower, chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift down, dog. Big inhalation, right leg to the sky, active through your right foot. Now use your core strength as you exhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge. Inhale takes you up to your crescent lunge. Rise up, reach up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, your choice, airplane lunge or fly, full airplane. Inhale, come back to crescent. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, cactus your arms. Option for a little baby back bend. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, crescent, bend your front knee, reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, standing splits, left leg lifts. Exhale, forward fold, step down at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow, fold in. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Inhale, reach up, float your right knee up. Exhale, curtsy squat, right leg swings around. Get low, hands to your heart. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, take it all the way down, nice and easy, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet step back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra up dog. Keep your shoulders down and back. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Now like you're stepping over something, exhale, left foot steps through. Strong legs, inhale, crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, yogi's choice, airplane lunge or option to fly, back leg floats. Inhale, back to crescent, soft landing. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, cactus your arms, little baby back bend. Low abdominals stay strong. Inhale, crescent lunge, bend your front knee. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, standing splits, right leg floats, spread your right toes. Exhale, forward fold, step down. Halfway lift with your inhalation. And exhale, release, fold. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. We've got one more round. Inhale, arms to the sky. Lift your left knee up into space. You can extend your left leg if you want. Exhale, curtsy squat. So swing your left leg around. Hands to heart. Get low. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, slow dive. Uttanasana, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana with your inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. So step or hop back, lower down, strong belly, strong arms. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high, spine long. Big inhalation, right leg floats up, strong through your right leg, active through your right foot. Exhale, step your right foot forward, lunge. High crescent lunge as you breathe in, rise. And again, your choice, exhale, airplane lunge or option to fly. Good work. Inhale, crescent, land softly, reach up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, cactus your arms, little baby back bend, gaze up. Inhale, bend your front knee, reach up back to crescent lunge. And exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, back leg to the sky, standing splits. Maybe you even want to take one little hop. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. We're almost there, stick with me, rise all the way up. Inhale, reach up, float your right knee up. Option to extend your leg if you want. Exhale, curtsy squat, swing it all the way around, hands to your heart, get low. Inhale, high mountain, stretch tall. Exhale, let your breath guide you all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat, chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts, back bend of your choice. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Big inhalation, left leg high. Exhale, soft as you can, left foot steps forward, low lunge. Rise with your in-breath, crescent lunge. Exhale, your choice, airplane lunge or option to fly, full airplane. Inhale, come back to crescent, straighten your front leg, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, cactus your arms, work a little back bend. Squeeze through those inner thighs, tone through your belly. Inhale, back to crescent, bend your front knee. Exhale, hands come down. Root into your left foot, right leg floats up. Standing split, spread your right toes. Hop if you want, one time, and then exhale, forward fold. Now listen, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Pause in your plank pose, one arm at a time, lower to your forearms. Keep your belly strong. So elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel, palms press down, fingers spread wide. If you would like to modify, you can interlace your fingers instead. Now, without letting your elbows drift apart at all, start to walk your toes in and lift your hips up. So coming into Dolphin Pose. Imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button. It's pulling up towards the sky. Try to press your chest back towards the back of the room you're in and lift your hips up. Now press down through the belly of your forearms and hug in through your elbows and your upper arms. Stay where you're at for about 3 or 4 more breaths, or you're welcome to explore in any way you want. So if you want to lift one leg, if you want to work towards your forearm stand, go for it. Don't let your elbows drift apart. Don't let your head touch the ground. Keep pressing down through your forearms. Keep lifting from your center. Take just a couple more rounds. Exhale out your mouth if you want. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. End of your next exhale. Set your knees down. Your choice, child's pose, embryo pose, or hero's pose, seated meditation. So take a moment to just relax through your body. Return to your slow, steady, smooth Ujjayi breath. Notice whatever there is to notice. Feel whatever there is to feel. Feel perhaps that heat building internally, that energy moving faster, easier to feel now. Feel what it feels like to just be alive in your body right here, right now. Give yourself about 2 or 3 more rounds, just restorative breaths, connective breaths, so reconnecting to this moment, to yourself. Good job, my friends. And then when you're ready, let's meet back in downward facing dog. So move into your down dog, just like you moved into the first down dog of our practice. Lots of intention. Feel that strong foundation of your hands, fingers spread wide, your shoulders are strong, your belly button is lifting up. Next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky, and then this time we're gonna open up our hips. So bend your right knee, reach your right knee out to the right, and then up. So think of stacking right hip on top of left. Right toes are flexed and active. You can stay here, perfect place to stay. This is an awesome stretch for your hips and your groin. Option if you want to flip your dog. So step your right foot down behind you, lift your right arm, reach it forward, or maybe right hand behind your head. See if you can turn your heart straight up to look at the sky. Press up through your hips. Feel your back muscles hug around your spine. One more round if you're in the back bend. End of your exhale, everybody meet in a 3-legged down dog, right leg extended. Take a great big inhale. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Try not to let your hips sink lower than your shoulders. Inhale, back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or higher if you can. Maybe even add a little push-up. Bend your elbows, don't let your butt drop. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, and then softly step your right foot through. All right, this time you're going to keep your left hand or your left fingertips on the ground. Reach your right arm to the sky, so revolved lunge. Back leg stays strong and powerful. Inner thighs squeeze. And then imagine you're trying to pull your right hip back, but at the same time, your right knee and shin hug towards your left armpit. Twist from your center. Maybe then gaze up. Breathe. You can stay right here, you guys. Perfect place to stay. Or your option today, walk your left fingertips off the left side of your mat. Keep your legs strong, and then start to reach your right fingertips back so your heart turns to look up at the sky. Legs are strong, so you're not collapsing into your legs or your hips. Keep that strong foundation. Make this twist come from your mid-back. Now see if you can open just a little more. One last round. Fullest expression, end of your exhale. Let's unwind, wide-legged forward fold towards the left side of your mat. So walk your hands over to the left side of your mat, parallel your feet. Straighten out both legs. Halfway lift on an in-breath. Might feel nice to stay here for a moment. If you want to challenge, you can even try lifting your hands, reaching your arms out to both sides. When you're ready, either fold or you can work in whatever way you want. Explore in whatever way you want. Big, deep breaths. Try to stay rooted through the inner and outer edges of your feet. Try to broaden through your sit bones. So rather than feeling like your tailbone is tucked under, you want to lift your butt up towards the sky. Yay, Seychelles, I didn't even see you hop on. Thanks for being here. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds. Just notice, feel, observe. You guys are awesome. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift once again. You can just keep your fingertips on the ground. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. So you're back in your low lunge. Inhale, three-legged down dog. So take your right leg all the way back and up. Exhale, pigeon pose. Right shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down gently. So take a moment. Think of drawing your right hip back, your left hip forward. So what we want to do, we want to plug our femur bones into the sockets. So we're not sinking into our joints, we're stretching into our muscles. As you're ready, you can start your bow, humble pigeon. We'll take about 5 to 10 breaths. So even as you bow forward and kind of relax into the posture, keep an element of strength, a little bit of effort. Keep the structure of the posture. So keep pulling your right hip back and even up, plugging it into the socket, that femur bone. And if you want to go deeper from there, you can scoot your back knee back a little bit further. Keep your front foot active, so try to spread through your right toes. And then big, huge breaths. Maybe you want to close your eyes, visualize your breath traveling all the way down into your outer right hip. You can exhale out your mouth at any time. Give me about 4 or 5 more rounds. Last couple breaths here. Biggest breaths you've taken all practice long. All right, start to lift your upper body. Plant your hands, spread your fingers wide, tuck your back toes. We'll take it back to our three-legged dog, right leg high, give it a nice little shake out, maybe circle your right knee a couple times, circle your right ankle, whatever calls to you. And then set your right foot down, regular down dog, just walk it out. If you'd like to move through a vinyasa, please feel free. All right, my friends, from your down dog, inhale, left leg high. Open up your left hip, bend your left knee, squeeze your outer left glute as you lift your left knee out and then up. Flex your left toes, keep your shoulders strong. So try not to sink into your right side. This is a great place to stay, or option to flip your dog. Step your left foot down behind you, reach your left arm forward and maybe left hand to the back of your head. Heart towards the sky. Press your hips towards the sky. Breathe down into your belly. Feel your back muscles hugging around your spine, supporting your spine. One last round. End of your exhale. Everybody, three-legged dog, left leg extended. Inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow, or higher if you can. Maybe add that little push-up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last one, curl in knee to your nose, scoop at your belly, step your left foot through. All right, right hand or right fingertip stay on the ground. Left arm to the sky for your revolved lunge. So legs strong, especially that back leg. Don't let it get lazy. Squeeze your inner thighs. Imagine you're trying to pull your left hip back, but at the same time, left knee and shin hug towards your right armpit. Feel that twist coming right from your center, right underneath your ribs. Breathe. Now you can stay here working your twist with your breath, Or option to crawl your right hand off the right side of your mat and then reach your left hand back like you're trying to turn your heart to look straight up at the sky. Legs stay strong, so don't collapse through your hips. One more big deep breath, your fullest expression. I've got a wall behind me, so it's a little bit interesting, awkward. End of your exhale, let's unwind and take our wide-legged fold. Hands over to the right side of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. We're gonna do something just a little different this time. So as you inhale, come to your halfway lift position and bend your knees a lot. I'm gonna turn around just so you guys can see me from the front rather than look at my butt. So bend your knees. You're in a halfway lift with your spine. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lift your sit bones up, reach the crown of your head to the ground. Do that a couple more times. So inhale, bend your knees, spine long. Exhale, butt to the sky, crown of your head towards the ground. So working your forward fold. Couple more rounds. Inhale, knees bent, spine lengthens. Exhale, lift your sit bones up, move your inner thighs back, crown towards the ground. Last time. Now take about 3 more breaths, working your forward fold in whatever way you want. If you would like, option to play with handstand hops. So ignore me if you want nothing to do with handstand hops. If you want to try it, come to your halfway lift, bend your knees like we were doing before, and then press down so firmly with your hands. Gaze slightly forward of your hands, lift to your tiptoes, and as you lift to your tiptoes, see if you can straighten your legs. So now you're on your tiptoes, legs straight. Now you're going to bring a little bend into your knees so you can take a little hop, and just from your center, so think of lifting from your belly button, lift your feet up, press your hands down, bend your knees, little hop. So you might find just like a millisecond of hang time, or you might find a couple seconds. What you're trying to do is stack your hips over your shoulders and turn the soles of your feet to look up at the ceiling. So play with it if you want, and if you don't want, no big deal. Use your breath. Press down through your hands. Let's take just one more round. One more deep breath wherever you're at. Next inhale, halfway lift everyone. Fingertips on the ground. I'm going to come back to the side and then crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Rotate your toes to face forward. So now you're back in your low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, left shin forward. So set your body down nice and easy. Hug towards midline, left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Plug those femur bones into the sockets. And then when you're ready, humble pigeon, bow. Slow deep breaths. If you were taking those handstand hops, your breath is probably kind of sped up a bit. Now's your time to slow it down. So think of pulling left hip back and up. And then if you want, you can scoot your back knee back further to go a bit deeper. Spread through your left toes. Anytime you want, exhale out your mouth. And just let whatever is there be there. Let what comes come. Let what goes go. That's my motto for life now. Let what comes come. Let what goes go. Let it come, let it go, breath by breath, moment by moment. Take about 5 more rounds. Slow as you can. Exhale out your mouth anytime. Last couple of rounds. And then we'll find our way back to our three-legged dog. So lift your body. Plant your hands, spread your fingers, tuck your back toes, left leg to the sky, give it a gentle shake out, or any other movement you want to take. Knee circles, ankle circles. Eventually left foot comes down, regular down dog, walk it out. And if you'd like to take one last vinyasa, now is your time. Good job, my friends. Take one or two more deep breaths here. Feel into all the space you've created inside your body. And then eventually just bring your knees down gently. Let's find our way down onto our backs. So head can face towards the top of your mat or the back of your mat, totally up to you. Once you're on your back, hug your knees in and just gently rock from side to side. Feel the ground underneath you, its support, its stability. Let it hold you. Keep your right knee drawn in, take your left leg forward and just set it down. Supine spinal twist, so reach your right arm out to the right, scoot your hips over to the right slightly, and then roll over onto your left side. Left hand can come to the outside of your right thigh if you like, gaze up or over your right shoulder. So if you do bring your left hand to your right thigh, invitation to try something perhaps a little different. So rather than just pushing your right knee closer to the ground, just kind of really getting deep, deep, deep into that twist, I want you to see if you can add a little bit of stability to complement the flexibility and the mobility here. So with your left hand, as you press down, press back up with your right leg. So you're pressing your right leg up into your hand and pressing your hand down into your leg. So you're creating resistance, you're stabilizing as you stretch. And then breathe down into your belly. And if you don't like that variation, then don't take it. Totally up to you. About 3 more rounds. End of your next exhale, roll back onto your spine. Make sure your hips are straight down from your shoulders, so adjust if necessary, and then squeeze your right knee up towards your right armpit, hands around the front of your right shin. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then turn it into a half happy baby for a moment, so sole of your right foot to the sky. Imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of your left thigh. Neutral spine, so backs of your shoulders, backs of your hips are rooted. Right toes flexed back towards your shin, pull down with the strength in your right arm. Resist with your right leg, press up and even slightly forward with the strength in your right leg. So again, stabilizing as you stretch. One more breath. And then release your right leg for a moment, take it out next to your left leg. You might want to give your legs a little gentle shake. Maybe you want to take a full body stretch. Arms reach overhead, legs reach forward. One more big inhale, and as you exhale, draw your left knee up towards your belly, and we'll move into our supine spinal twist on this side. So hips scoot to the left a little bit, left arm reaches out to the left, roll over onto your right side, gaze up or over your left shoulder. Breathe down into your belly. Again, you can take that variation with your right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Press down with your hand, press up into your hand with your leg. Make sure you can feel your breath traveling down the length of your torso. Low belly expands every single time you breathe in. And then as you exhale, empty out and just let yourself kind of melt into the ground, melt into your twist a little bit more, about 3 more breaths. Good job, my friends. When you feel pretty even on both sides, roll back onto your spine. Hips straight down from shoulders, right leg extended, left knee up towards your left armpit, hands around the front of your shin. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then half happy baby with your left leg. Flex your left toes, pull down with your left arm. Give yourself a few breaths in this half happy baby. And then if you want to turn it into a full happy baby, be my guest. You can rock a little bit side to side or explore from your happy baby pose in any way that calls to you. And if there are any final poses, any final movements that you would like to take to complete your practice, and take a few breaths, maybe 10 breaths or so to move through those last poses. So an inversion, nice, you guys. Maybe one last heart opener, maybe just resting with your feet together, knees apart. So anything at all that calls to you. And then as you guys eventually start to make your way into your final resting pose, your final Shavasana, I have a reading for you. It's by Jeff Foster and it's on stress. He says, stress is the tension between what is in this moment and your image of how this moment should be. Stress is a narrow focus on a mental list of things to do, an imaginary burden of all the things that haven't been done yet. Stress always involves future thinking, premature fast forwarding, a focus on what is not here right now. When the focus shifts away from what is not present to what is present, from lack to what is fully here, from fast forward to play, and instead of trying to complete a seemingly endless list of 1,000 things, you simply do the next thing with your full attention and passion. Lists get completed effortlessly, without stress, and even if they don't, creative solutions are found. Relax. The only thing you ever have to do is to remember that you are not the doer. So just a reminder that life is unfolding whether we want it to or not. And we do not always, or rarely ever, do we have control over what that looks like. So rather than worrying, rather than getting stressed about what we need to do in order to make life look the way we want it to look, can we just be right here, right now, and enjoy this moment? And then do the next thing with all of our awareness, all of our attention, care, and love. Live from this place. Live from our center, a place inside of us where we feel connected to our deepest self. So I feel like yoga is what helps me with that so much. It helps me reconnect to me. It helps me remember that everything is okay, that everything is unfolding, whether or not I want it to. and that I get to observe, and then I get to respond from a place of love, wisdom, and presence. So I'm going to leave you guys here. Take as long as you like in your Shavasana. If you have only 30 seconds to spend, then spend 30 seconds. If you have 10 minutes to spend 10 minutes. Just rest, relax, and trust that everything is perfectly okay, that you are okay. And just let your body relax into that. So when you feel ready, you can come out of your Shavasana and close your practice in a way that resonates for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you, Cam, Paul, Seychelle, all of you guys on Facebook. I love you so much. Hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.